Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's practice. Today's practice is just going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be our regular flow. It's not going to look into any poses. It's just going to be taking a few minutes to check back with our breath to see, are we still breathing? So for some of you, you might consider this a mini meditation. It's not going to be super long. However, I do want you to find a comfortable space. So I am going to be sitting. You can choose to go into your traditional Shavasana, but what I would like you to be mindful, if you're going to get into your Shavasana, try not to get into a spot that's so comfortable that you fall asleep. I still would like you to be present to the moment. So if you need to lay down using a prop, if you want to sit with your back on a wall, if you want to sit into a chair, or if you're going to sit cross-legged like me, I have my block I'm going to use because I know that it's going to be able to help me relax my hips and to relax my knees. Again, you could sit on your bolster, a pillow, any prop that you have. So I'm just going to give you a second or two to kind of choose how you want to spend a few minutes. And again, it's not going to be hours and hours meditation because that's not quite where I'm at right now. So I can't offer it to you, but I really would like you to check in with your breath. I have to check in with my breath every once in a while, especially with this new normal that we have. We might notice that things are quite a bit different for us. We're having to deal with different situations. Some might be situations that we like, and some situations might not be what we like. So we have to deal with that. Some of these restrictions that are possibly happening in our lives, they may not be comfortable for you, but you have to do them if you want to kind of, carry on with some of your movement. I'm not going to say one thing is better or the other, but what I'd like you to do is check in with yourself to see how you can deal with any situation that might be presented for you. So, like I said, I'm going to have a sit, and I'm just going to take, a few little wiggle jiggles to get myself more comfortable on my block. I'm going to see if I can find a spot that I can relax my legs down so that my knees are relatively close to the floor. If I notice that they're really high and it's hard for me to hold them, I can use my block and I can prop them up. So I do want to be comfortable. I don't want to be in a spot where I'm thinking, oh my God, my knee hurts or my hip is tight or anything like that. Do the best you can to find a comfortable space. So whether you're down on the mat in your traditional Shavasana, you still want to have that neutral spine. If you're in a sit position like me, again, doing the best that you can to have that neutral spine. So you do want to be relatively straight and relatively tall, but not if that causes so much tension for you that you can't relax. So yes, we might have that curve, but doing the best you can to neutral spine. Yes? So I'm going to find the shoulders that are going to be comfortable for me today. I might notice that I'm holding a little bit of tension and they seem to be scrunching up a little bit. Can I do something to try to soften? That's one of the places where I hold tension quite often. I scrunch, I hold, I curve because I'm uncomfortable, I'm tense, I'm angry or whatever. So I consciously, I really need to think, where can I find a spot that I can soften my shoulders? Where can I put my hands that I'm going to be able to relax a little bit more? And it's going to change all the time. Sometimes I want them in my lap. Sometimes I want them just resting on my thighs. Sometimes I do like the feeling of having my palms pressed together in prayer position. You decide. I'm just going to rest comfortable. I'm going to have my hands just in my lap. And as you soften and try to find your neutral spine, I do invite you to close your eyes, but I know that's not comfortable for some people. But I don't want to be distracted by the things that are going on around me. So if I cannot close my eyes, I'm going to have a low or very soft gaze. So that, yes, I still see what's going on, but it's not going to be abrasive, abrupt, disturbing, anything like that. So as I try to settle in, I might notice that, I'm not quite ready, I'm not quite comfortable, I haven't softened everything. Don't worry, just do the best you can. And as you find the stillness, start to tune into your breath. Tune into it as in listening to it. And if you're outside like me, you may not be able to hear your breath. But I can feel my breath moving throughout my body. I can feel the little bit of lift that I have when I inhale. And I can feel when I exhale, I sink down a little bit more towards the floor. So I may not be able to hear my breath, but I can feel it. So whichever way you can tune into your breath, try to tune into your breath. And simply follow that breath in and follow the breath out. Don't concern yourself about correct or incorrect way to do it. Just breathe. Allowing the inhale, allowing the exhale to happen. And as you're breathing, you might notice those small little itsy bitsy movements in your body. You might notice how the front side of your body opens up a little bit with your inhale. And then you might feel how the back side of your body sinks towards the floor with your exhale. You might feel a little bit of a lightness with the inhale and a little bit of heaviness with the exhale. And try not to make this perfect. Trying to be soft, if you're trying too hard, can be counterproductive. Just allow your body to soften where it can. And as your body continues to breathe, you might notice automatically your breath lengthens itself out. Don't worry if it hasn't. Just continue breathing, taking that inhale, releasing with the exhale. Continue breathing in and out. Inhaling through the nose and then letting it go. Continue breathing, trying to soften, allowing the body to soften. trying not to think about all of those distractions. Just focus on your breath. Let that be what you feel. Let that be what you hear. Let that be the most important thing right now. Just breathe, inhaling, exhaling. As you continue breathing, has any of those stressful thoughts tried to creep into your mind? See if you can gently push them aside temporarily as you continue focusing on your breath. On the inhale and on the exhale. Have you tensed up in a particular spot on your body? See if you can make a slight adjustment to soften. And we'll take 10 more slow, deep breaths. I will guide you back in. If your focus has wandered away from your breath, pull it back in towards your breath. Once again, bringing your awareness to that inhale and exhale. And just taking these few minutes here to focus in on your breathing most likely has not solved every problem that you have going on. Think of it as a very small time out so that you can just check in with your breathing, just to make sure that you are still breathing. And as your awareness comes back to your physical body, maybe you've noticed a small shift. Maybe you've noticed that something has softened even more. Maybe you've created some space somewhere. Maybe you didn't. That's okay. Maybe next time you will. So if you've had your eyes closed, you can gently flutter them open. And slowly take a little bit of movement into at least your fingers. If you're lying on your back, you can easily move your fingers and toes. And if you're in a sit position, stay where you are for another second or two. If you're lying down, slowly, gently bring yourself up to a sit position. And once you get to your sit position, just kind of loop your shoulders gently up, back, and down. And then forward, up, back, and down. Just some gentle little shoulder circles. And then change directions of those shoulder circles. Just a little bit of movement here. And then I'm just going to slightly sway my head from side to side as if I'm trying to drop my ear down towards my shoulder. Very gentle here. Nothing too harsh. Just in case I was holding tension in my neck. And then I'll come to my comfortable sit, stationary position again. I'll gently bring my hands to prayer position at heart center. And we'll take a collective unison breath here. Maybe even making a little bit of noise when we sigh our breath out. So take a nice deep inhale. Sigh, audible breath. Exhale. Honor the divine light that is within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining me once again. So, just a quick little exercise on tuning back into your breath. With everything that's going on in your life, you might just need those few seconds to kind of reel everything back in, kind of get a grip on your breath, and then continue with the rest of your life, the rest of the day. And hopefully you can find it a little bit easier to deal with those stresses. And again, keep coming back to your breath. Keep coming back to the mat. Just keep doing what you can. We'll talk to you soon.